We're live. Hello everybody, welcome to part 2. Sorry, arms in the way, just trying to find the video. Oh, looks like I found it. Yeah, man. There we go. How are we all? Hello Tanya, how are you? So this is where we finished. Back to it. Is what it is. So I'm just gonna... I forgot to cut up my little embellishments off the sheet. The chipboard sheet. And this is the windowsill. So I'm just going to snip the little tags off them all. Just going to make sure I've got no volume on there. Hello Robin, hello Sandy. Oh, hello Di. Yep, the movie was good. Hello Helen. Rightio.
Oh, we've got Faina over on YouTube here.
Hello Faina. Just cutting the little bits off. The little tags between. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my brown pencil. So yes, I do have a brown pencil in my essentials over here. And I come in from behind because if I slip, then I draw on the back of the chipboard. And I'm just going to neaten up the... Just get rid of those white marks.
You know, Missy, there's a whole house. Why do you have to sit on my feet?
She loves you.
Yeah.
Or she's annoying. Take your pick.
I think I'll go with both.
And then on a little windowsilly bit. Oh.
It's a bit chilly feeling tonight.
Yep, got the cardigan on and the jacket. Rightio. I'm going to get... I'm going to get a paintbrush. Find one?
Oh,
Yeah. Definitely not going to use gesso on this. Okay, so I'm going to paint my little hearts pink. What I'm going to do, I'm going to clean up this tip bit. Just pick up some paint on there. I've done my fussy cutting. Too much paint on there. So if you're getting globby bits with your brush, it means your brush is too big. You need to woo back a bit and get a smaller brush. Just get something to hold it. Yep. So it's like I tell the kids when they're doing an art project, when I teach kids art classes, is if it's spreading further, your watercolor or your acrylic or whatever we're using, that means you need to woo back and get a smaller paintbrush. Let's just paint them all. Paintbrush is getting a bit big. But I'm just going to use the very tip.
Who was that little child in that photo?
Yeah. The newspaper came and took a photo at the shop of the new Redshaw. So obviously, newborn. So she was 2 weeks old, maybe 3 weeks old. Maybe she was 3 weeks.
I think she was 3 weeks.
Could have been 4 weeks old by then. He was 8. He was 16, nearly 17. And she was 13, nearly 14.
Yep.
So we were doing, what were we doing? We were doing year 11
You were doing year 11 or year 12?
and year 9 and year 2.
Amelia Rand is not getting a younger sibling.
No. Okay. So looking at this, to put my windowsill on here, it probably needs just a tiny bit of pearl paint. And to do that, I'm just going to touch the pearl paint on there.
Missy, don't clean me.
Is she cleaning you?
Yes.
Let's just blend a little bit of pearl into this. We're not organised for our trip.
No, I'll pack after this.
We'll leave tomorrow. I'll let Quentin pack because it's one of his special interests is, yep.
Chaos.
If I packed the gear, so what happens when I pack is he then unpacks everything I've packed and repacks it again. So I'm just not going to pack. It's just stand aside or lose a limb when Quentin is packing. I just leave him go.
We are always got plenty to work.
Okay, so I grabbed, this is paper number 4 from Tranquility. So, oh, the kit is up. Did you put a link up to the kit?
No, I'll do that now.
It's $19.95. It's got the canvas, the paper pad, doilies. You've got extra doilies because there were dodgy doilies. Gauze, flowers. These flowers don't match, but we're about to make them match. The chipboard. There's no paint, but it's got this in it as well.
Same here, RE packing, says Deborah. I pack everything, even the car, says Sherry.
No. Quentin, just, yep. I'll just leave him be.
There was obviously no image yet on this piece. But
No, there's no picture yet.
will be.
Let's do Dream. Family.
Diagee's doing her second mixed media class with us today. She was in on Naomi's one earlier today.
Yep, we had, I think Tanya was there too, wasn't she?
Yeah, pretty sure Tanya was there.
Family. Let's do Happy. Thought we were in trouble today because I was talking to Naomi on the phone, but I was also designing some stuff. And I was actually printing some stuff for the Out and About retreat. Even though the paper's not here, there's a lot of stuff made for it. And the folder didn't want to open. The folder corrupted. And I nearly died. But I just I just did a repair and happy dream family. I want memories. It's on here somewhere. Remember is there.
It's
Memories.
A very versatile piece of paper, that white black print one.
Yeah.
It's number 4, isn't it?
Yeah, it's number 4. So this is like a fifth of a piece of paper. And the piece of paper everyone's going to get in their kit is this size. It's like 2.5 inches by 12 inches. It actually comes out of my stash. Or out of the papers I have at home for teaching classes from.
What you up to near the end?
And remember. We decided on remember, didn't we? 2, 4, 5. Let's do 5 words.
So was the post the page I posted Naomi or Amelia? I wasn't going to choose, said IG.
It was Amelia.
And that's Amelia.
That's Millie Ann.
I was going to put up something about how important it is to do journaling, and then Elisa pointed out that then I was
Hacking on me.
hacking on it because she didn't put journaling on the page.
Yeah, it was hacking on me. Rightio. So we've got our little words. I think we might need to put a tiny bit of pink on our little words.
How was our social outing last night? Well, Top Gun 2 is it's a better movie than I thought it would be, peeps.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's actually got a storyline.
We all worried it wouldn't have a storyline because you know
I'm still not a
how
Tom Cruise fan, but it was a good story.
you know how sequels have. So I'm just going to paint some watery pink over this. You know how sequels have a habit of having no storyline. It was pretty good.
It's a long movie.
It's long, yeah. Making sure that they're not all the same depth of pink.
How old did you figure out Tom Cruise was 60 this year?
He's 60 in July.
There's
3rd of July.
Plastic work.
60 on the 3rd of July he's going to be, Tom Cruise. And you know how terrible Val Kilmer looked in the movie? He looks that terrible in real life. Now. I don't think he's as aged as well as... But he's 62, Val Kilmer. Right, let's leave them to dry for a bit. And then we're going to window. Now, we were going to put something behind our window, but I just don't know. Just getting my YouTube to refresh. Oh. Okay. So I want to use this photo, right? But it's too big. And it's the original. It's copyrighted. I did buy it. I'm actually going to scan it and print it a little smaller and probably as a square. So let's have a look if it'll work as a square. Where's 4? Let's go like 4.5 by... Oh no, that cuts the baby in half. 5. Oh, what's the Kaiser collections over here? Does anyone remember those Kaiser collections? It's in my store. There's a customer in the background. I have no idea who that is. But if we did a square, but I think I need to make it smaller as like a 4 by 4 square, because I think that'll be plenty. Hey. So what we're going to do our photo mats. We're going to photo mat with this, but I'm going to get a little trimmer because I've got no space for my lopper chopper. I've got to clean up next week when I'm stuck at home. I feel like I'm going to be stuck at home. I've got a million things to do at work next week, by the way. And then let's do pink next to the photo. So we're going to do I'm going to do a 4-inch square photo. So let's do 4 1/4 by 4 1/4. Organisation I got the photo on doesn't exist really anymore. And then let's do 4 1/2 by 4 1/2. Let's have a look at that. I might trim this 4 1/2 one down.
So we're going 4 1/4 by 4 1/4 of the pink. What would you describe that as?
Pink jumper.
Pink jumper paper.
And then yellow, and then mustard jumper. We're doing a 4 1/2 by 4 1/2. Oh, I better put my bow over here so I remember to use it. That bow is going to need some serious work because it's a bit, it's a bit bright, isn't it? Just a little bit bright.
Are we sticking with 4 1/2 or are we going back a bit?
Yeah, no, we're going to stick with that. Now, I'm going to cut the innards out of this 4 1/2, but because I want something to stick my photo to, I'll leave that intact. And, I've got a landslide over here. I'm going to get my edge distressor. I'm going to distress these two.
Evening, Karen. And Debbie dropped in earlier, did you?
And let's do this. I should have distressed this before cutting the middle out, so I would say do that. Don't do what I did. So this is going to be something that's out on display, right? So we're going to, I'm going to use a little bit of tape on here, I think. I think like that. Up and down with that one and side to side with that one. Up and down with the pink and side to side with the mustard. So let's use a little bit of tape. Yep. Everything topples over. Let's tape all 4 sides. I've got 12 mil here. You found that 12 mil the other day, didn't you?
Yes, there's still about 4 rolls of 12 mil. There's probably more under the big pile.
In the cupboard.
Yeah. Kind of stacked them all, so at least it's not avalanching out.
A lot of tape in that cupboard.
There is a lot of tape in that cupboard.
Stick those two together. And where's our canvas? And then when we put this in, remembering where the baby's head is. So her head will be about here. So we sort of need to make sure we keep it kind of clear where her head's going to be. So let's put some foam behind here. We will actually mitigate the foam being exposed later. Sort of biggish pieces of foam. We'll put that in there like that. And then we were going to fill behind here, weren't we? So let's have a look. We're keeping you awake. Actually, let's get a... Are we going to raise this up a bit? Let's do that. Okay, so I'm going to get some glue, and I'm going to use glue to stick this foam on so it really doesn't let go. So it's not the adhesive we're using on the foam, it's actually just the height of the foam. We're using the foam for height, not sticking power. Because what we want to be able to do is use the, make sure that it doesn't come off long term sitting on a wall with coal dust settling on it, and because it only takes like 5 seconds for the coal dust to settle around here.
Maybe a day if it's been raining.
Nope. Quentin doesn't see the dust. I see the dust. There we go. And it's sort of raised. And doing that, you've got a bit of slipway with the glue to slide the... Yeah, like that. Let's actually get a tiny bit of the paint and paint this heart slightly darker up here. So this little heart up here is a little darker.
So that window set, I'll just put up, I think it was a Celebrate chipboard.
Yep, goes with Hippity Hop.
Hippity Hop.
Right, so I'm thinking up there. And so when I fussy cut out, and we're thinking we might use this bit with balloons here. When I cut out my balloons off this paper, this pretty paper here, I actually cut the ones that were on the edges that were half balloons and things because they're handy. Handy. So we could use, a half balloon there, a big one. And this little one, we could like put it here and then put a couple little pictures and then like put some flowers here or something like that. But what if we change that to pink? Would that be better? Is there also like that? What do we think? Something like that. So let's fill our window. Yeah, it's going to move for a bit. So let's put glue on our window. And this is just Dimensional Magic in an applicator bottle. And then we're going to use this bit with the bird, but we're going to have a fair bit of sky. We're also going to make sure we see the bird's eye. And I've got too much glue there. Bit much glue.
Deb says she may have bought a couple of those chipboard windows.
She might have.
Yeah. I'm just checking out Norm's latest artworks here. Holy.
You're meant to be scribing.
I know. I've got sidetracked with her.
Bright, shiny objects.
Yeah.
So that's the one that's got the pink jumper on the back. Let's put it over here. Okay, while we've got that pink paint up there, we've got these flowers. And they don't match. These ones do. These ones don't. That's my paintbrush. So, paper flowers. You can't add too much water. So, I'm just making it watery and I'm just painting it on. And then I'm just going to do these underneath petals a little bit. But I'm going to be careful. I'm not going to keep fiddling. I'm going to leave that alone now. But I'm going to completely paint this one with watery paint. So you have to be quick. You have to be careful. And because they're glued together, and if you muck too much, what you are going to do is cause your... What are you doing?
I'm just putting your laptop cover that I washed for you.
Oh, okay. You're going to cause your flowers to fall apart.
Paper and water.
Paper and water. And glue. Don't mix. Oh, dear.
Unless you want to make paper mache, it's just explained that to us last night.
Yep.
Benji?
Rightio. It all fell apart. So, we've got our gauze that we hacked up in some pieces the other night. I keep saying thinking last night, but it's not. So I'm just trashing it.
Now look at gauze the same way.
And gauze gives you a sort of a, and then I'm going to scotch it in the middle. Like that. Gauze gives you a softness to a piece without bulk. It gives you... Oh, they're going to stop? Yeah. Just a train tooting. Sometimes they don't stop. The other week it didn't stop. One of them had the country horn on for well over an hour.
Yeah, it's just saying, do they really need to test their horns tonight?
Yep. Now, down the bottom here, I am going to several times attempt to put stuff down over the bottom because I do it all the time. Oh, let's cut this bit up a bit more. Because I have this habit of wanting to go outside the perimeter. Like it's not going into a pocket, so let's just go outside the perimeter because it looks good. But no, I can't go below the bottom perimeter because it's got to stand on the bottom. And scooched up in the middle there a bit. Do that. Oh, sorry.
Obviously.
Train drivers. My gosh.
Small things, dear, small things.
Let's not use those ones. Let's use these ones.
Must be a 21 shooting salute for someone.
No, there's and just so you know, people, there's no level crossing, and I'm cutting in behind the bricks here up around the edge, so I didn't put any glue behind the bricks. There's no level crossing where they are, just so you know. They're just, having a bit of fun in the yard.
What can I say?
Oh. I'm just trying to trim this up over here. And it's very thin.
I'm sure they're doing some sort of testing there to make sure they're on.
I don't think they are. And then this one's got the piece out. We're going to put it in there. Like that. We'll put this one here. Oh, let's leave our flowers to dry. Birdies are a last minute thing. Without going below the bottom edge.
You could hang it down the back of it.
And then let's put a bit of foam on this. And put this one in here. Remembering balloons don't go sideways unless something's wrong. Yep. Yep. Just saying.
Is that when you know when you're in distress, your balloon's going sideways?
Yep. What do we think?
Oh, not very quiet, dear. Rory was hoping we all had a good day. Oh, Desley had to watch it on YouTube, so she must have had a bit of bad internet Thursday.
This one's got nothing on it. This one's off the back of it, I think, but that's okay.
Leslie says it looks amazing. It looks very beautiful, says Marie.
Something like that.
You haven't stuck any of that down yet, have you?
No.
I was going to say you nearly finished. Holy crackers.
Right.
All this speed mix media.
No. No. Waiting for flowers to dry. I think we'll stick them on last in any case. So let's come along to sticking. So this bow is just, oh my gosh. And hello to anyone that I haven't said hello to yet. I'm sorry. I've got sidetracked. So
My name's Elisa.
my name's Elisa and I've got a bit involved. This bow looks really lovely. My daughter hand makes these bows. So let's get a little bit of our green. Just going to put a little dot of our green. You can use any colours. Like you could add white to any colour to mute them down to these kind of colours. I just wanted to trial these. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put some little bits of the green here and there around the edges. And just, you know, like we did at the start.
Oh, that is a bright gold bow, isn't it?
Yep. Get to see the kids again tomorrow.
Yeah.
Have got any pink left? I'm just using a tiny bit of the pink.
Dear, we actually have pink and purple bows. You must have
Yeah, I
been
know.
gold mood.
Goes. So I'm just using a little bit of the pink to mute it down now.
Is that a mini little bow, or is that a...
No, just a mini bow. And this is in the kit too. Now I'm going to just blend out the green a bit so it's not so harsh where the green is. How's that? That's not bad. Still see it's a gold bow, but it's got a bit of my other colour on it. So I don't think I was kind of explicit enough the other night. So I used the gesso on my brush, right? My good brush. This is a gesso brush. If you're painting a gesso background on a scrapbook page and you're not working and blending with other colours and you're happy, I'd use the gesso brush. If you're happy to use this is a little gritty now because it's used on gesso. But puppy. Oh, so glad you saw some of the boys today.
The Boona shows.
Marie, yeah, Boona show's been on. So I would never paint an acrylic painting or a portrait or something with this now, but it's just a bit of a workhorse, okay? But these are great for gesso, and they've got a bit of grit and stick-to-itiveness with them. But we will probably use this a bit later.
They do look like a basting brush, as someone said.
They do look like a basting brush. Probably could use them for basting brushes. It comes in a set of 3.
Just depends on big chicken.
See, you get a set.
I'll put up a link here.
I think that's the set you get, a 2, 4, and a 6.
You definitely get a 2.
Yeah, you get a 2, a 4, and a 6. I don't know why I've got 2 6s. I think I've bought 2 sets and my other 2 and the 4 have gone.
I was going to say, you've got lots of friends.
I've got friends that aren't. Got children that aren't. That's my problem. Rightio. So we're going to get our gel medium out. You could use your paste. You could use this modelling paste as well, which is just moulding paste. This is your light whippy stuff. I'm going to say I like using gel. When I'm doing really heavy stuff, with Golden, we get an extra heavy gel, which is really good stuff and really thick. I have used it before as well. So the thing we need to start with first is our photograph, because once we get some of these other things on, it's going to be really, really hard to add. So what I'm going to do is take the backs off my foam, and then I'm a bricklayer's daughter, amongst other things. That was his original trade. And yes, it's like troweling some concrete onto the brick before you put the brick into the brickwork. And yes, I had my own bricklaying tools as a small child because I used to help Dad.
She did.
Yep, there are photographs of Dad and I building paths and walls and retaining walls and all sorts of things.
Had your own trowel there?
At my house at Bourne. Yes, I had my own trowel. I had a toolkit for woodwork and a toolkit for bricking. So then we're going to put our little balloon here. Going upright. Then I'm going to add my little birdie, because this is a plain one. This is off the Fussy Cutting, this particular little one. Then I'm going to get tweezers. So normally when I was doing this, I would have my head really close to this. My face would be right up close.
Fix up your Face ID thing.
Yes, I added another Face ID because it doesn't like my Face ID at the moment. Now, so you know, when you're doing this, it's all wet, right? It doesn't dry instantly. It takes ages to dry. So you can't go getting cranky, Elisa, when things move. Yes, I'm telling myself that. Let's put a tiny bit on this. This dries clear.
Excuse me.
Best thing about it. Sorry about my husband there sneezing his heart out. Okay, let's lift the bird. Put the heart down. Re-add the bird.
I might have to put on a jacket here. It's going to be cool.
And I'm going to leave the flower for the moment. Rightio, let's come over here and put this one on. It's a bit of a dollop. Oh, that's probably a bit much. But this is how we're going to get a bit of dimension as well. And get a bit of stick-to-itiveness.
My son got real tools for his third birthday. Plastic didn't cut it for him.
Nope. No plastic.
Yep.
No, I had a set for one sort of work and a set for the other. Yeah. He didn't want a son, he wanted a daughter.
Okay.
So
Michelle's just got off the phone and she wants to know why you're using modelling paste
because
instead of glue.
Because we're sticking a canvas and it gives us, what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick this bit.
Leslie also just asked the same question.
This bit, because if you used glue, it will just stick down flat. Whereas I'm going to show you. I'm going to put the lid on this for the moment and we're going to have a bit of a chat. I talk too much. Is that right? Oh, I can't lift it. Okay, I can lift it. I'm going to move this. So this one goes over there. And this one goes down here. Rightio. So, I don't know if you can see, but we've got dimension. Can you see that? We've got actual dimension. You can't get the dimension with glue. Can't even get that kind of dimension with paste, with tape, foam tape. We've got a type of dimension. We're holding the gauze and it's going to stay. It's going to be a long-term staying proposition. Okay, it's wet now. It's going to be a little tiny bit of a menace for quite a bit while it dries, like overnight, but it is going to stay.
You're not getting rid of that bad boy.
No, that's the whole point, is you want it to stick and stay, but you want it to have that lovely, oh gosh, the lid's gone in there and I've got paste on there. You want it to stay in place but have that nice dimension going. And
Pam said it's stunning and Leslie said thank you.
I hope I'm explaining it
well. A bit of a more rustic dimension.
Yes, yes. And it's a little more natural too.
I'm going to need a jar of that paste stuff. I'll put it up again for you.
I am a little generous with it.
It comes in a tube and a jar.
I do like the tube. My tubes seem to disappear.
I'll put up the jar and then I'll put up the link to the tube.
But I'm going to say it's good stuff. It's really good value. Like $10.95.
Yeah.
It's cheaper than tape too. And glue probably. Let's put out.
It's only $3.95 for the little tube, but you only get 75 ml on the tube.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay,
let's probably heaps to do this.
Yeah. Let's put a little picture frame in here, seeing as how I cut them all out. But it does give you something that you're still not even going to get with glue, which is time. It gives you the gift of time. So that when I stick things so that they go beyond the bottom border, like I just did.
Sure doesn't pop out and start singing.
Does give you time. Ha ha ha. You're so funny, Quentin.
I know.
And you can use more to create more dimension. Do you know what I mean? Like you can, yeah.
Pam said you like me, everything you see you need.
Right.
Oh, sorry.
Let's put a tealy one over here. I do get a bit upset with myself sometimes because I move it too much and then I get, you know, globby bits and yeah. Don't keep moving.
So Dame G said you could sit it on one of those display frames.
Yep. Now I'm gonna just tuck rid of this gauze in here. I've got too much gauze there. So let's put a little bit of paste in there.
And the plastic spatula. I better put them up. What are they called?
There are metal ones as well. I do like plastic ones. And then I've got a little bit of paste here. I'm going to put a tiny bit there. Give it that. And just stick that there. Right. So up here.
We can get them in a set. I thought we had them individual. I might have them.
Yeah, we do. It's a Dina Wakely. They're online. I did them.
Yeah.
And then what do we have up here? We had a... Let's do a yellow. Some pink. Let's do a pink and a yellow there. And then like that. How's that? And then we've got this balloon that we're going to stick over here. And I've got a birdhouse to go here. So I'm going to put a really big dollop here on my birdhouse. Quite a decent dollop. A little smear here. Had another bird. Deary, deary me. Let's seal this up for a minute while we have a bit of a hunt around. I'm going to snip off a bit of this hand gauze here. That just doesn't meet my ideal. Where are we at? Do have to be careful holding it up. We don't get landslides going on. Okay, we might need to heat those, but I've lost it.
Andrew asked, what size is your window?
Oh. Oh dear. I've got pearl paint everywhere. What is it? It's the one that's in the kit. It's 4 by 2 1/4. I found the bird. Let's put the bird down here. Or do we put the bird? Oh no, the bird was going up on the window.
Di says, absolutely gorgeous, stunning, Alicia.
Up here. So see how I'm just getting rid of the dollopy bits and they sort of show. There you go. So I've got dimension on that bird sitting up there, but it's going to stick. How cool is that? Rightio. Let's just stick this back in here. They actually help. Those seals actually are worth their weight in gold. They help to stop it from going solid. Okay, heat tool. Just going to heat the little flowers and try not to burn them. Yeah. I'm going to attempt not to burn them. I've got a couple more of those left frames. And I've got my little words. So the things that I don't want to forget to put on, I'm going to put my words in the middle. And my little aqua flowers. And then these little pink ones we paint. Oh, I better not forget my little hearts. Because they're quite cute. So
when will the kits be available?
it's already alive.
Yeah. So if you'd like to purchase a kit, in store. Deborah says, I can see why people use paste on their scrapbooking pages.
Yeah.
Leslie says, Craig, you're feeling much better and well on the way to recovery, Di.
So where are we going to put our flowers? Don't want to cover that little heart, do I? I'll put that one there and this big one here.
What time do you want me to put Millie to bed?
Oh, she'll go to bed soon. Put that in the doorway. Oops. Tuck one of them in there. Mm-mm-mm. Put that there like that. So you've got room to move. Some room to move. And where are we going to put our words? Memories. Family. Remember. And dream. Don't know that big flower there.
Looks very interesting.
That's better. What do we think?
Marie says beautiful. Sherry says beautiful.
It's really quite simple. Best way to stick flowers on dimensionally is paste. Like, to get a good stick on flowers. Like if I do a page and it's got lots and lots of flowers, like a scrapbook page, I will use paste. I just find it's easier. Okay. Dream. Which was a little dream come true with our Millie Ann. Someone was missing from our lives. Someone was really missing before we had Noah. It was like every time we went somewhere or did something, it was like someone was missing. And then Noah came along. And we were really complete. And then the same sort of thing happened with Amelia.
I don't think there'll be any more Redshaw kids.
No. One day there might be Redshaw grandchildren.
I wouldn't hold your breath.
No. The only one that wants to be a parent at 7. Millie Ann can't wait. Okay. Sorry I stopped talking. Okay, let's wedge this in here. A nice little angle.
Grandma was quite happy today.
Yeah.
At least she didn't dent the car.
Oh, that's a miracle. She didn't have the car the other day. Yes, my nicely painted car with no dents in it now has a dent in it. Let's put memories here.
It's not as bad as when Nanny drove into the McDonald's pole.
Yeah. Let's just pat a bit on the back of here. Put it down there in our birdhouse and then just clean out inside. Don't like too much of the used dried up stuff into your tub because you can actually contaminate the tub and send it off. Like, not send it off, but force it to partially dry.
Desley said you could put a quote inside
Yeah, if you didn't want to. Yeah, if you didn't want to put a photo, you could definitely put a quote in here. Rightio. Now, do I want to add a little more paint? A little bit of glitter.
Glitter makes the work going.
Glitter does. Oh, I added glitter there, didn't I? So, yeah. I had an incident where I didn't clip the lid up on the glitter properly the other night. And, yep, I've had glitter everywhere.
Sandra asked, how do you attach a reverse canvas to the wall?
I don't. Necessarily.
I think you put it in a frame if you really wanted to.
No, I sort of more stand it up against something. You can. I'll just put little bits of glitter here and there. Patting a little bit of glitter on my flowers. You can actually put screws in the side here and here and put D's in and then hang it with a wire across the back. I have done that. Because Naomi and I have a habit of making odd things to hang in galleries.
Lorraine said an art stand would be perfect for it.
Yep, an easel or arty stand sort of thing.
Like the little easels we have at the shop.
Yeah, like the ones that we use for our kids' art classes. Just putting a little bit on the green
Ronnie
leaves.
says, evening all, I have missed what's going on. Love the canvas.
And then a little bit on my teal flowers. One in the center. Just a little bit on here. And a little bit on the where the floral is on the.
Sandra said, I've been creating for too many years and I have no shells left for an item.
Oh.
You could put it on your bedside table. I think you really wanted to.
It's just.
Leslie says, looks absolutely stunning. Night all, safe travels, Redshaws, and all the best for Amelia's procedure.
Yeah.
We'll be thinking of you.
And then let's just put a bit of it. Let's just spread some around, seeing as how I've got too much out of the tube.
Do you remember that incident where what's it called? Where Amelia was like, I think she was 4, and a kid was in the shop with her, and they found the containers of glitter.
Well, she was 2, and the little boy emptied all. Her and the little boy emptied all the glitter. Yes, Glittergate. Yep, 19 vials of glitter piled up on the floor
They're like
in a pile.
200 ml
Do you know how we
bottles.
got rid of the glitter out of the carpet? We got flooded, and let's put a little bit down here. We got flooded and replaced the carpet.
Look, I'm not saying that we can guarantee that once you get glitter on your floor, a flood will come and clean it up for you. But it did happen for us.
Let's put a little bit of glitter here and there. A little bit of the tealy coloured glitter.
Sandra said, sleep amnesia machine is on the bedside table. I'm sure there's a spot somewhere.
Oh, give it as a gift.
Yeah, gift would be perfect.
Gift as for someone with a new baby. That'd be
D
nice.
says, OMG. In capitals.
Yeah, it was a lot of glitter. There we go. I got a bit of glitter. That's okay. Oh. Sometimes what I do is get a little bit of the gesso or the coloured paint and touch little bits of paint here and there, but I don't think it needs it because I've done that with glitter. So what I just did with glitter, you could come along with, you know, your white paint, your gesso. Let's just put a little dot here. I'll just show you. I'm just going to use my finger, but I'm going to use a brush. And just get a tiny bit, no water. And then you can just, you know, highlight bits with dollopy bits of paint, but not big dollops. Like, I'm just going to put a little bit around here.
You put that back in the kitchen.
Yeah.
You know. You can put, now I've started, I'm just going to do a little bit.
Cracking night here, my girls are not coping. We'll catch up later. Cheers. Okay, Mary.
Oh, that's a bit much. I'll blend that out.
Thank you, Leslie.
This is especially good where you want to, you know, define, like you've got a pink thing that's near a pink thing and you need to define the two areas to, you know, to create some difference. Or you want to make it look like there's a bit of a glow against something. Oh, move my bird.
That looks really good, doesn't it? Pam said she needs to take up art journal.
I do miss, I miss having the time to art journal because I just don't get time.
Could you do the kit with the bigger canvas? No?
Probably could. This canvas comes in it. And let's put a tiny touch of white.
Another plug up canvas for the kitty things.
We don't sell a lot of canvases online. We have lots and lots of canvases in the store. Like, don't get me wrong, we have a lot of canvases.
Just worry about posting them. I really do.
Yeah, they're hard to post. We have some tiny ones in the store. Let's just put a little bit here and there.
Yeah, we have probably 200 canvases sitting in our store.
Oh, there's more than that.
No, open up the bag of fruit. So many items I want to buy, I don't know what to buy first.
Start with what you're going to use first, Tanya.
Yeah. What you know you're going to use.
What you know you're going to use first. Just, yeah, start with the things that you know you're going. Oh, look, I'm getting a bit more comfortable with this. What you know you're going to use first. So start with those items. And yep, you know, grocery shopping time would probably be a little bit easier if I said, yeah, buy it all and just hoard it all. But my conscience tells me that, yes, no, that's not how we roll. We want you to purchase what you're going to use. Just going to graze a tiny bit on my flowers. Yeah, I'm getting a bit more wild with it now. Okay. There we go. What do we think? So it's not dry, but look, oh, that's a good view down in there. Can you see down in there the dimensionality? How dimensional that is in there? And then, yeah. I like it. I like it, I like it, I like it. Feel like I'm a little bit on fire this week. I've liked what I've done. I love my double. I took it back to work, sorry.
Yeah, so we haven't shared that yet.
No. And what time have we had? We are pretty busy. We're prepping for a retreat, which we don't have paper for. It'll be right. We'll get there.
I was trying to, work through his workout today on the plant machine again.
Mm.
So Lorraine says, Lorraine.
Lorraine.
Sorry. Absolutely stunning. Michelle F, sorry. Absolutely gorgeous.
There we go. So you can take some screenshots.
Tanya's totally amazed.
And then down here, you could make it any color you wanted. But yeah, the kit comes with the canvas. There's lots of paper left in the paper pad, but we use 2s of a few of the papers. That's why you need half a paper pad. Get your strip of words. You get your flowers. You get your chipboard with your window and your little hearts. Get your bow. Get gauze, and you get doilies. Just the paint's not included, the gesso's not included, and the pastes aren't included. But yeah, so there we go. Look at that. So the second phase doesn't take as long, obviously, but it takes time. Like the first phase, I probably should have done that over. Like if I was doing this as a gift for someone or to put in my home, I would do the first phase probably over 2, maybe 3 sessions, most likely 2 sessions. And then this I would probably do over two sessions. Like I wouldn't have added the glitter on that until after I'd let it all dry. But yeah, because we're live and we're doing live videos, you know, you don't want to watch for a million hours or watch 4 parts kind of thing. But yeah, you can see it's like it would be 4 shorter parts and then it all comes together. And it is just in the little details, but they're not details that are hard to create or hard to achieve. It's just in getting the dimension with your gel medium, and it's, you know, stiffening your doily with gel medium when we added it. What else have we done? We've done some pretty awesome stuff.
Some glitter paints.
Some glitter paint, and then the paste on the background at the start to give that dimensionality and to cover up the staples. But you still can see that the canvas is folded over and there's a crease. Like, we still want to see that this is a piece of pine timber. Like, we can see that through, like, we can see the timber through our washes of paint. Like, we still want to see that it's the back of a canvas. You don't want to hide the secret too much, but you want to, you know, the wow factor is you've been able to flip a canvas and make it look really good. And then see here, we've got a little bit of whiteness. We put a tiny bit of glitter on it. It's a bit of doily, but that's really good because you need you need those blank spaces. We've got a bit of white, a bit of pink, and a bit of green, and they're just nice, comfortable places for the eye to rest as they look at the project, because it can get a bit much when you've got lots and lots going on. Like, I could have die cut some swirls and leaves and, you know, added more doodahs and hoo-has, but it comes to a point where you need to just go, that's enough, that's beautiful, and it's going to stand. Like, you can lean it up against something. Do you reckon it's going to go on display in a shop, or it's going to end up in a little girl's room?
Thursday's just put up a beautiful comment there, dear.
Thousands of dollars of dies. Yeah, I have lots of dies and stamps too, Desley, and I just don't reach for them when I'm... Yeah, I think about it, but yeah, I like what I'm doing at the moment. I like this way. And you know what? I've got dies that I've never actually even opened. My husband's in the room, and I've admitted that I've got stuff that I haven't. I've got stamps that have never even come out of the packet.
That never come out of the plastic.
Yeah, stamps that have never come out of the plastic because I love the way they look, and I've just never used them. I've got stamps that I've used to death, and I've had to buy another stamp because I've absolutely used it to absolute pieces, like Darker and Door ones. But
I've used every stencil.
I've used every stencil. Naomi uses a lot of my stamps. Stencils. I've used a lot of stencils in my
the
art.
friend that you don't lend a stamp to if you ever want it back.
Yeah, or if you want it back without paint on it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is what it is. I like the way we do things around here at the moment. I like getting it done, and I like doing different stuff. And
So, when are you doing Tuesday's class now, dear?
So Tuesday morning's class will now be on Thursday morning at 9:30. And Wednesday night's class will be at the same time, because we will be, so 8 o'clock on Tuesday morning is our appointment with a surgeon for a checkup. And then if all's good, yeah, that's our next day post-op checkup. If all's good, we get to come home, and I'm sure it's going to be fine. I've got to convince myself it's going to be fine. And she has asked for mummy to go in. Only one parent's allowed to go in to the hospital. So...
Yes, I'm sure we can tag team out if we have to.
Yeah, yeah. I'm sure we can. She'll, they said if she gets really upset, she's a little anxious, but she's going to be really good. She's really good about it. And we've had some pretty good discussions about kind of what she's going to know about happening.
I've saved her weak stomach constitution just for a bit of a surprise for her.
Yeah, they don't actually know that she's an upchucker. Yeah. But the fasting is hopefully going to help with that. Fasting's not going to be a problem for the kid that hardly eats. But what she does eat, she usually...
We wouldn't keep turning up if we didn't love the way you do things. So
oh, thank you. Thank you. On the same being a Stampin' Up demonstrator, I have heaps of stuff I haven't used. Going back. I'm learning so much. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Cherie. Yeah, and what we're going to do is we'll take some photos tomorrow on our trip and share them in the Creative Family group, and we'll keep you guys up to date on how she is. And
we were going to do a store walkthrough today, but we just didn't.
Have enough. The first thing this morning when we got to work, we didn't have enough. There wasn't enough service. There wasn't enough internet or phone service to do a store walkthrough. So Amelia and I might pop over to the store one day next week, and we'll do a bit of a store walkthrough. Depending on how she's feeling, and as long as there's possibly not too many people there. She wants to go see Chrissy on Wednesday, but I just don't know if she's going to be up to going and visiting on Wednesday. I just don't think she'll be going anywhere at all. I think we need to keep her home and keep her safe, but we'll see how we go. Yeah, but she gets to see her big brother and sister tomorrow. Noah opted to stay home because he's got too much schoolwork, but he's a bit worried about not being with her. Yeah, so we're having a garage sale. Jodie and I are going to have a garage sale. We're meant to have it in June next weekend, but yeah, neither of us are organised enough. We are going to have a crafters garage sale at the store. I'm going to get rid of some of my old stuff, my old stamps. They're not crappy stuff. It's good stuff because they're still in the packet.
Deb said
so
she's
much
more
more productive since watching classes and simple but effective ways of crafting. Thank you, Deborah. Thank you. And next week I'm going to go through my scrapbooks and I'm going to put together some stuff to go to school too, I think.
I'm going to say, Deborah, your pages look anything but simple.
Stash of stuff to mimic a bit. That way the pile of stuff accruing won't get too out of hand. And that's a really good idea, Karen, because I try and make it that you don't actually have to have exactly the same as me to make a project. You can you can be flexible and use other stuff. I'm already trying to put all this stuff on. No one on the phone. Look at that. The twins, the middle twinsies. They're not twins. They're like 6 years apart. But yeah. Yeah. I love stamps. I love to look at them and use them, but I just find it gets so time consuming. I really wanted to take my Copics when we went away, but I don't think I'm going to get time to do anything for the 2 days we're on the sunny coast. But maybe next week I might get some time to drag my Copics out because I've had a few requests for Copic colouring classes. So I probably need to get my butt into gear and do a bit of that next week. Probably bounce back before you do. All the very best. Oh, Deborah, I'm sure she's going to bounce back better than Mummy.
How's Golden Finger?
Golden Finger.
Deborah's son.
Oh, yeah, Golden Finger, Mr. Expensive Hand. Yeah, yeah. I'm sure it will go well, Diane. So thank you all very, very much for coming along. We truly do appreciate you all. I'm sincerely sorry that we haven't got pictures up from this week's projects. I wouldn't say I've been slack. I've just been trying to recuperate from the retreat and get another retreat off the ground. While I'm away or next week, I'll be building the Out and About retreat group. Got a lot to do. And I've got to try and plan where I'm at. It's going well. Oh, that's good. I do love my stamps, but don't use them now. Did sell cards years ago. Yeah, I do find it hard to part with a lot of stamps. It's hard to part with some things, and I haven't parted with any cutting dies. I will say that. Because whenever I've sold like stamps, I've then gone and had to buy it again because I needed it to do something. But it wasn't open, the original one I'd sold. I've learnt my lesson. I don't sell Christmas and Easter stamps because I use those for kids' classes when I go to school. Now we're back at primary school again. I need all those sort of things for teaching at primary school because I do teach occasionally at primary school. In friends, I've got friends that teach classes at our school, and yeah, I do help out in some other classes other than our own. But yeah, so thank you very much for coming along. I hope you enjoyed this 2-part class. I hope it's inspired you to make your own scrapbook type canvas art. There is a kit. It's $19.95. It includes the canvas, but not the paints and gels and glitter. And it does include the chipboard and the flowers and the handmade bow by my daughter Naomi John. So, and all I'm doing is picking this stuff off my hands. So take care, stay safe. I think Amelia Ann's going to snitch this. I think it's going to end up in her bedroom, not on display in the shop once I get the photo printed. But yeah, so take care, stay safe. And we'll keep you all informed as to how the operation goes and everything in the Creative Family group. Love this class. Love that it's something different. Thank you, Deborah. I wanted to try and do something a bit different. I try and throw different in, and it had been a little while since we've done different. So, yeah. Thank you very, very much. We truly, truly appreciate you all as customers. Whether you follow us, you like us, you share us, you shop with us, that is truly appreciated because that's how we eat. But yeah, we really do truly appreciate you all and appreciate your time. And we know it's a bit difficult for everyone at the moment. And we know that some of you have got to work a lot harder than you normally do. And we just want you to take care and look after yourselves and hope you get to create because it's good for your mental health. So see you later. We'll definitely will, Tanya. We'll keep everyone informed as to when we get down the sunny coast. So take care, stay safe. Love yous all. Thank you. Bye.